I have a confession, which you guys really probably should know by now, and not easy for me to say this, but I have a thing for grannies. Granny Smiths, don't know what you're thinking about, you sick bastard. So this is sort of bittersweet really, as you can probably tell from the title. No idea what I called this yet, but I assume I've given something away in the title to get those clicks. But this could well be, dare I say is likely to be, my last trip in Betty. Now I say bittersweet because although I'm very sad to see Betty going, we're letting her go, maybe. Definitely is, because we need to make way for a new vehicle, and I'm very excited about that. But I can't help but think to myself, Betty's been with me for so long. It's not even that long, we've just been through so much, and gonna miss her. By the way, I just spilt some water on myself, and I only noticed after I'd pushed stop on that last clip. Let's get going. Whilst I have your attention, can I just say, especially if you're in the UK, your identity doesn't have to belong to a certain lane. You don't have to be a middle lane or an outside lane person. Just go into the lane that you need to be to overtake and then come back in. If driving is a team sport, people, come on. I may have messed up a little bit here. It has started raining. I assume because it was sunny when I set off that it wasn't going to rain. And now I've driven 2 hours away from where I started this journey and it's raining. Well, I suppose the farewell to Betty was always likely to be eventful in some way, but I really feel quite silly about not predicting the fact that it could rain. We're in the UK. Oh, this is annoying. So I'm currently in the Shropshire Hills area of outstanding natural beauty, which, I mean, there's lots of areas of outstanding natural beauty here in the UK, but every time I read it or see it, I always think, what an arrogant title for a place. But yeah, I saw this particular spot the other night whilst scrolling around on Park for Night, and I thought that place looks nice and remote and quiet and, more to the point, really pretty and picturesque. And I am so annoyed with myself for not checking whether or not it was going to rain, because like I said, this journey took me the best part of 2 hours. I am starving hungry, it's pissing it down with rain, and I just got on my phone and I don't know how well you can see that, but basically the rain isn't stopping anytime soon, and I'm not entirely sure what I should be doing about it. Like, I'm not entirely sure whether I should move on. Basically, I need to be in Cambridge tomorrow, so I don't know whether to persist with this spot but potentially get very wet doing so, or if I should carry on to Cambridge. It's just that that's such a long way away and I don't actually know whether the weather's going to be better there. Maybe I should check that first. There's a horse. Pony thing. In fact, there's loads of them. I wasn't expecting to see that. I was expecting sheep, but I wasn't expecting horses and ponies. Just there. Oh no! I can't get anything to load on my phone. The signal's not particularly good here, so guess I go outside maybe and see how bad it is. I mean, when I opened the door briefly just then, it wasn't great. I think Betty's main strength is sometimes also her weakness. Her main strength is that she is a car. She has 5 seats and can be used as a car. She's small, she can go into regular parking spots, she can go undetected, she can even go into multi-storey car parks with height restrictions most of the time, even with the roof box. But also being small comes with its disadvantages. There's not a lot of room to maneuver, and in moments like now, moments when it's raining, moments when you don't want to get outside and get wet, you don't really have a choice, because even to make up the bed you've got to go outside. If I want to cook, there's not really any cooking room in here. The kitchen is at the back. When I was driving over here, I remembered getting Betty 13 months ago, and I remembered how excited me and Charlie were.
It feels really good. It's really comfy.
Yeah?
Yeah. Hey.
What have we just done? We've bought this.
This is like another bedroom.
We've bought ourselves
an outdoor bedroom.
a Citroen Berlingo. I still can't believe we bought this.
I can believe we bought this.
And don't worry, Betty, I love that you're small. Just adds to the adventure. There she is. This really is a very, very, very pretty area. The Shropshire Hills area of outstanding natural beauty. There's so much wildlife around as well. There's sheep over there, there's horses over there, there's an absolute beast over there. But I can't be out here for too long without getting soaking wet. I don't know if it's coming across on the camera just how much it's raining, but this isn't really ideal. The question is, can I stand here and not get wet? Okay, so the rain and the wind are coming that way, so I got a theory. I just need to be able to stand at the back here and cook. So I'm thinking if I face my car that way into the wind, I should at least be protected from the top here and from any rain dead on. So at least I can cook some dinner. Okay, I think that's worked. This is doable. This is doable. I just don't think I can put this big camera out in the rain. I got leftover baguette, so dinner's based around that. We are going to make a dish which I call Spanish chicken, or if you're Spanish, you just call chicken. It's called Spanish chicken because it's basically chorizo and chicken. And I was like, well, that's Spanish, isn't it? So we're going to make that. I feel like it could be lightening up out here. Still don't dare bring the big camera out, but I'm really feeling this now. That is gorgeous out there. I don't know how well it's coming across. It's gorgeous. This tactic of facing the car that way is really working. Might seem like I'm making a lot here, but the theory is that I'll have some left over. Or I'll be really hungry. Probably more likely I'll have some left over. think my knife skills leave something to be desired. I'm clearly not a chef. That smells good though. The trick to a really good car camp meal is to try and get it into one pot. The problem I've done is I've made the pot too small. Tiny pot do 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 do, tiny pot do 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 do, tiny pot do 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 do, tiny pot do 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 do. This might all seem a bit much for a bit of old baguette, but I really just wanted to dunk it in something, and it's about to get even fancier because at this point, when you've got your tin of tomatoes, don't chuck it away. Get one of these little bottles of wine. You might already have wine open. It's a good excuse to open a bottle of wine. Pour that bad boy in there. Glaze out the tin, and then you can add wine to your meal. Got to cook it for at least 15 minutes to cook the booze off, because I am technically in charge of a vehicle, so I can't have it actually be boozy. Definitely starting to calm down, but look at this horse. Just made a well-aggy noise at me. Okay, it's not calm enough to bring this camera out, sorry. I know the sensible thing right now would be to make Betty into dining mode, but I actually think opening the side doors and faffing around doing that would actually get me wetter than just sitting in this little sort of bit where the table would normally go, so that's what I've opted for. And it's sort of weird because although I didn't plan to go out in the rain, it actually feels sort of fitting in a weird way because I'm really enjoying this, and the thing that I've loved about Betty and having Betty is the freedom that she's given me. The sort of freedom to go out and go on an adventure no matter what. And yes, granted, I do normally try and avoid the rain. There was a video recently where I drove south to get away from the rain, but I'm out here sat in the absolute torrential rain, but I've managed to cook myself a lovely dinner, sit here and eat dinner with a view despite that, and that's all thanks to Betty. A lot of fond memories of her. It stopped raining, but I'm not entirely sure why today was the day I decided to wear shorts. Denim shorts like that, who do I think I am? Naturally, I've been feeling quite reflective this evening about the time that I've had with Betty, and I think the reason I was so shocked earlier when I realised that I had only had her for a little more than a year, it was because of the amount of adventures I've had with her in that time. Adventures I've shared with you, adventures with Charlie going around Scotland. I even did this thing last year on another YouTube channel where I spent 30 days travelling around the country, meeting different creators, taking them on in challenges, and putting out 30 daily videos, all from the back of Betty, which if you're interested in, by the way, I'll leave a link to the playlist down below. And when I think about it, relative to the amount of days I've owned Betty, considering she was bought primarily as a car and a micro camper second, it's actually incredible how many nights I've actually spent sleeping in this car. And what's even more incredible is that this is the first of those nights that I thought that because I'm here by myself, I can actually double up these layers so there's extra comfy. The first night that I realised I didn't have to sleep on something that thick. Right, time to go to sleep one last time in Betty, in the rain nonetheless, which is quite a relaxing sound to go to sleep to. Feels nice and cosy in here, so yeah, see you in the morning. I was woken up this morning because the sun was coming round the blinds, and I have no problem being woken up by sunrise. Look at that. The payoff for sticking it out in the rain last night. And the other side. Oh, some sheep running away there. Look at that. When I get out the van, you'll see that it's moved slightly. I had to turn it to try and get it a bit more level before I fell asleep. Well, that is a glorious start to the day. Yeah, I'm not going to get bored of this view this morning. I mean, look at that out there. Not a bad place to have a cup of coffee. Having said that, it's probably time to move on. I can't believe the time is up. I can't believe my time in Betty has come to an end. But, you know, all good things must come to an end. And what's that saying? When one door closes, another opens? I don't think that's how doors work, but it's an appropriate phrase for what's going on here. So, yeah, I guess this is my final drive off in Betty. Strange. I guess it would only be fitting if we finish this with a time-lapse of the nice winding roads through the Shropshire Hills area of outstanding natural beauty. That sounds good, doesn't it? And as always, don't be a dick. For Betty.